welcome to Norton Park Widnes for this afternoon's top of the table clash in the Lancashire Cup. Certainly the tie of the round, where Widnes here are entertaining St Helens. Saints first out on the pitch. I'll just go through the Saints team for you now. Number 1, Phil Beavers. 2, Kevin McCormick. 3, David Tanner. 4, Paul Loughlin. 5, Les Quirk. 6, Shane Cooper and captain. 7, Neil Holding, recovered after his shoulder injury. 8, Tony Burke. 9, Paul Groves. He's back with us now after damaging a bone in his foot whilst on tour. Stuart Evans at number 10. Fully recovered from a nasty head gash, sustaining 11 stitches. Number 11 for today, John Harrison, retaining his place from last week. Number 12, Sean Allen. Roy Haggerty still out injured with a back injury. 13, Bernard Dwyer. Substitutes for Saints today, number 14, Paul Doherty, and 15, Paul Jones. Yes, may I just point out to you that Sean Allen is playing at number 11, and Big John Harrison has switched to 12. That's on the Saints side. They always manage to cock us up some way, but not to worry. Obviously a good tie in prospect, just waiting for the Widnes team to come out now. Just a couple of minutes before 3 o'clock. Mark Bailey last week at the scrum half position, and must say very unlucky not to retain his position today. Had a very good game. He's not even on the substitutes bench. It's Paul Doherty taking the back substitute position, but Sean Allen had a tremendous game against Castleford, really siding through the Castleford defence in that 14 points each draw. Noticeable absentee out there, Paul Farber, Saints prop forward. He's out with a trapped nerve in his neck. Very painful injury. Just hope he soon gets over it and back to full fitness. Just waiting for the Widnes side to come out now. Led out by captain Kurt Sorensen. Big cheer from the local crowd here at Widnes. Obviously, as you know, Widnes league champions and Premiership trophy winners last season, albeit it at the expense of St Helens there at Old Trafford. And although some people say, well, it's a chance to get revenge, early revenge now, nothing will be a revenge other than get them back at Old Trafford at the end of this season and give them a good tonking in the Premiership trophy. But the Widnes team, I'll just go through for you now. Number 1, Alan Tate. 2, Rick Thackeray. 3, Andy Currier. 4, Darren Wright. 5, Martin Afire. 6, Tony Myler. 7, David Hume. 8, Joe Greamer. 9, Phil McKenzie. 10, Derek Pike. 11, Mike O'Neill. 12, Kurt Sorensen. 13, Paul Hume, he substitutes for Widnes. 14, Barry Dowd, and 15, Richard Ears. Today's referee is Mr. Allett. As I said before, it's the first round of the Grunhaller Lager Lancashire Cup, the 18th of September 1988. Both captains out there with Mr. Allett. Coins tossed, Saints to kick off. Paul Loughlin to kick off. Playing down to the clubhouse end against a rather stiff breeze here at Norton Park. Away we go. Paul Loughlin kicks deep. Widnes in possession, bring it up to the 25. Widnes loose forward there. Paul Hume driving through the ball. Phil McKenzie acting half back to Alan Tate. Hefty kick upfield with the aid of a stiff breeze, but Phil Beavers takes it no problem. Right wing partnership of Thackeray and Currier quickly in there on Beavers, bang him down. Les Quirk, I think that is, from the acting half-back position. Tries to scamper through, but no way through for him. Stuart Evans coming on the burst. Just approaching the halfway line. Still stood up in the tackle, finally bundled to ground. Referee Alec right on the job, but he doesn't shout held. Groves attacked in half-back. Saints spread it quickly to the right. Big John Harrison now. Short ball off Cooper there, but he couldn't do much. Well marshalled there by the Widnes defence. Bernard Dwyer, loop movement with David Tanner, but Dwyer takes the tackle. The last tackle of this set of 6 for the Saints. And the ball back to Phil Beavers. The kick up field. Looked like a knock on there from Tate. He went down with the ball at the floor, but referee Alec right on the job. He allows play to go on. From Widnes in possession. I think it was, feeds on to number 11, Mike O'Neill. Widnes keep the ball going, on to Kurt Sorensen. Turns round, changing direction. John Harrison with the tackle, but Sorensen manages to get it away. On to number 10, Derek Pike. Widnes certainly moving it. A fire now with his first touch. It's penalised for offside at the play of the ball. So Widnes getting the first penalty of this afternoon's match. Widnes fine touch just outside the Saints 25. Phil McKenzie to restart. Takes it right to David Hume, on to number 8 Joe Greener. Looking for support, feeds it inside. To hint forward from all position here, but play allowed to go on. It's Widnes in the Saints 25 now, putting the pressure on. Derek Pike on to Paul Hume. O'Neill now bundled down in the 25. McKenzie on to Derek Pike, shows the dummy but still goes forward. Kurt Sorensen attacked in half-back. Widnes putting the pressure on. On to Hume. Mile, a short ball to Tate, linking up. Yes, Widnes are in. They move it quickly, and Darren Wright touches down. 10 yards to the left of the posts, just in the 3rd minute. Quick hands there from Widnes. Linking up to the left, and certainly Widnes putting it together, linking up. Myler bursting through, feeding it left. Tate coming up from the full-back position, making the extra man, and fed on to Darren Wright, and he touched down 10 yards in from this left-hand touchline. So a good start for Widnes. Darren Wright going in, 4 points to 0 now. Widnes take an early lead. Andy Courier for this conversion. With the aid of the breeze, shouldn't have much trouble, Courier. Just inside the Saints 25, he steps up there, no, he takes it to the right, does he? Is it curling? No, waved away by the touch judges. So it's still 4 points to 0 for Widnes from that Darren Wright try. Alan Tate there, looming up, making the extra man, and Widnes scooting. Laughlin kicks it deep. Taken by Rick Thackeray. Runs up to the 25. Solid tackle there, looks like Evans. Goes in, bangs him down. Sorensen now. Good hard runner, Sorensen, Kiwi international. Shirks nothing, tremendous player. Derek Pike. Tony Burke in there with Bernard Dwyer. McKenzie, as ever, acting half-back. The ball back to Tate for the kick-up field. Using the breeze. Les Quirk has to turn round. Lost sight of the ball temporarily. And he gets touch. Finds touch midway between the Saints try line and the Saints 25. Hefty kick there from Alan Tate. Certainly Widnes' idea, pegging the Saints back in their own half. First scrum of the match. Saints feed. Neil Olin comes round and Saints come up with the ball. Shane Cooper now, Saints captain, attacked in half-back. On to Bernard Dwyer, straightens up, drives forward. Mike O'Neill and Paul Hume in at the tackle. But Groves attacked in half-back. On to Evans, coming through from deep. Taken down by Derek Pike. Coming through at full pace, Evans, but Pike bundles him down. Sean Allen. Widnes tackling, holds firm, moving up very quickly in the tackle. Good tackle inside Widnes. Tony Burke. Comes to this right side, looking for support. Can't get the ball out, still going Burke. Just over the halfway line, right down in front of us. David Tanner attacked in half-back. Saints moving it left. Cooper, run around with Holding. Lofted pass there, taken by Loughlin at full pace. Loughlin over there. That's Quirk moves on the inside. Loughlin releases the ball inside. And Tony Myler, I think it is, comes up with it. Makes you wonder whether that ball was called for from Paul Loughlin, but a tremendous break from the Saints. Saints are penalised. Whatever that may be for from referee Allett. Kurt Sorensen now driving forward. 10 yards inside the Saints half. Mackenzie. Widnes bringing it left. Solid tackling there, Bernard Dwyer and Sean Allen, I think it is. No, Big John Harrison it is. Round the bottom. Wickham's well into obstruction there. As Widnes burst through, but it shows how easy it is. O'Neill, well, isn't it funny how he can penalise that? That didn't look too bad, but he's awarded Saints their first penalty of the match for crossing movement. Paul Loughlin just stepping up for the added yardage. Kicking against the breeze in this first half. Lofted kick from Loughlin. Finds touch, just less than 10 yards inside the Widnes half. Groves to restart. To Bernard Dwyer, Tony Burke coming from deep. Runs right into Mike O'Neill and Kurt Sorensen in there, assisting with the tackle. Groves, left to Dwyer, left again, Holding. Cooper, lofted pass to Loughlin again. Coming through at pace, Loughlin is taken down. The Saints putting it together now. Cooper sets them off. Sean Allen on to Bernard Dwyer. No problem for Dwyer, he knows which way to go, head down and drive straight in. Groves at dummy half. Sean Allen, change of direction from Saints. Short ball there, lofted pass from Cooper onto Les Quirk. The Saints penetrate the Widnes 25 now. Just 20 yards from the Widnes try line, and Saints putting the pressure on. Holding. Up and under. Kevin McCormick up there very quickly. Ball's loose. The ball's finally touched down, but St Helens hand knocked it forward. But 25-yard tap restart. Derek Pike, I think it was Joe Bremer, moves it up very quickly. Mackenzie brings it blindside to O'Neill. Burke quickly in there, Tony Burke and David Tanner quickly in at the tackle. Mackenzie as ever, acting halfback. It's penalised again, I think only one marker had to play the ball, indicated by referee Allett. Must line up in a straight line when marking now, trying to ensure more open play. So Widnes get another penalty. Andy Collier, I think this is, stepping up. Finds touch, 10 yards inside the Saints half. Mackenzie quickly up to restart. David Hume on to Bremer. Bremer breaks through the tackle. Pike now up to Paul Hume. Lofted pass there. Unlucky there, Shane Cooper, he just couldn't take it. Shows his displeasure. If he could have took that ball, Saints would have been on the attack. On the Widnes side, pressing up. Oh, very unlucky there. I think the original knock-on from Widnes will be ruled and to be Saints feed with Neil Holding. Neil Holding feeds. Saints come up with the ball. Bring it blindside, Loughlin. Holding again at dummy half. On to Bernard Dwyer. 10 minutes gone and still 4 points to nil for Widnes. That's a third minute Darren Wright try. Paul Groves takes it left. Shane Cooper now onto Loughlin. Lofted pass. Loughlin trying to stretch his legs. Pushes off Andy Courier, but he goes in with a rather aggressive tackle. Was Courier. Saints moving upfield. Good 50-yard movement from the Saints first. Sean Allen now. Neil Holding. Short ball onto John Harrison. Looking inside to release, but solid Widnes tackling, bring him down. Combined front row of Greamer and Derek Pike. Tony Burke for Saints, driving upfield. Mike O'Neill round the shoulders, brings him down. Last tackle now for Saints. Groves attacked in half-back. Saints moving to the left. Saints are going to run it. Lofty pass from Loughlin again. Onto Quirk in the 25. He's brought down into touch. It's on the last tackle, so that will be constitute the changeover. Yes, Widnes get the changeover in their own 25. Bring it quickly over to their left. Short ball, Widnes in space again. Beavers comes in for the tackle. Super tackle from Beavers. Well, obstruction being given by referee Allett as Widnes lose the ball and come inside. This touch judge with the yellow flag is moving up now onto the field to report to referee Allett, but Saints have already been penalised. Yes, it's the touch judge on this side. He's obviously pulled a muscle. The Widnes physio, well, Saints physio, they're coming on as well to offer him treatment, but it's the Widnes physio that's coming on to treat him. So the game temporarily stopped with an injury, a very rare occurrence in rugby league circles. Substitute linesman coming over here, well, that's a very rare occurrence. He's obviously stripped off and ready, so away we go. The game's back in full swing. Andy Courier with the penalty. Finds touch just over 10 yards in the Saints half. Mackenzie to restart. Widnes onto Derek Pike, coming blindside. Groves brings him down. Stuart Evans completes the tackle. Mackenzie again. Widnes. Mackenzie gives the dummy with Joe Greamer, but it's John Harrison and Groves coming field onto Kurt Sorensen now. Solid tackling. You've got to get this man Sorensen down at the first tackle. You allow him to run, you're in trouble. Mackenzie takes it right. A loop movement. Change of direction onto Myler. Short ball inside. It's very forward from here, but referee Allett well back in the Saints ranks. Tony Myler still going, looking to break through, but Sean Allen in with the tackle there. Last tackle now for Widnes in this set of 6, and Widnes are running it up and under now. Kevin McCormick right under it, takes it well, brings it back inside to Phil Beavers. Martin O'Fire comes in and takes him down with the aid of Joe Greamer. Popular figure here, Martin O'Fire. Stuart Evans turning round in the tackle, but he's lost the ball. Derek Pike comes up with the ball, puts Widnes on the attack. Mackenzie onto Myler. 3-man overlap there for Widnes, so Myler has to take the tackle. Sorensen, Widnes on the attack in the Saints 25, inside to Tate. Still going. Yes, Tate's in. Did a bit of a shimmy there around the referee, but Tate's in. The Widnes extend the lead. 15 minutes gone, and Widnes are going to an 8 points to nil lead. With Alan Tate there linking up again, showing his worth. Ex-Kelso Rugby Union utility back. I don't know what his natural position is, wingman or what, but he's played on the wing in the centre, and he's here at full back today for the Widnes outfit. Surely just a formality for Courier. Right in front of the sticks. Just 10 yards out. Hefty breeze behind him. And there he goes, slots it right between the post. So the score 10 points to nil now in Widnes' favour. Just 16 minutes of the game gone. Paul Loughlin to kick off again. Well, Widnes, they only had 2 raids in the Saints 25. They both paid off. Come up with 2 tries. Tate making the difference, linking up. But Saints kick off. Widnes in their own 25. Drive upfield. Mackenzie at dummy half. Onto O'Neill. Bernard Dwyer and Shane Cooper with Tony Burke quickly in there. But Mackenzie again. Back for the kick upfield. Certainly Widnes want to play this game in the Saints half and in the Saints 25. Beavers inside to Quirk. Well, there was a solid tackle on Beavers there, but the referee, I think it's Andy Currier being brought out and spoken to. Yes, it was Andy Currier, and Saints being awarded a penalty for a rather vicious tackle on Phil Beavers. So Paul Loughlin kicks upfield for extra yardage. Loughlin finds touch just 10 yards outside the Widnes 25. Groves, first man in, Tony Burke, drives upfield. 3-4 man Widnes tackle. Stop Tony Burke's gallop. Groves onto Evans, coming through from deep, but Pike, Greenman, I beg your pardon, and Kurt Sorensen in there with Mackenzie at the tackle. Groves looping with Allen, back to Shane Cooper. Cooper has to take the tackle, tried to straighten up, go infield, but Widnes not taking the dummy. Saints bringing it blindside onto John Harrison. 20 yards now from the Widnes try line. Groves left to Cooper. Sean Allen straightens up. Got to look for these gaps, very rare gaps in the Widnes defence. The last tackle now of this set of 6. Neil Holding, a little chip kick over, but Alan Tate takes it no problem. Well positioned there. Obviously read what Neil Holding was going to do. Tate comes up with the ball very safely. Widnes still in possession, midway between their own line and the 25. Joe Greenman, I think that is, but solid Saints tackling, 2, 3, 4 man tackle. Finally allowed to play the ball, Widnes, and they bring it quickly to the left. Sorensen, Widnes in space again, with the attack broke down. Myler releases it back to O'Neill, going over to a Fire's wing. Look at O'Neill go for the second row, out to a Fire, but Tanner has him. Super, beg your pardon, Kevin McCormack, but he flicks it up there to Darren Wright. The forward pass being ruled. Well, it was so quick that, I mean, forward pass being ruled, but the Fire certainly did well. Kevin McCormack had him, and he slipped the ball inside to Darren Wright, but I think the pass from O'Neill to a Fire was ruled forward, but Saints win the hook from the ball, from the scrum I should say. Tidying up on the scrums 3-0, whereas Widnes cleaning up by 4-2 on the penalties. Shane Cooper into space, tries to duck under the tackle of Kurt Sorensen and Paul Hume. Sorensen and O'Neill combined Widnes second row. Quickly in there, the Saints bring it to the right. Holding, Cooper, Harrison. On to Shane Cooper again, tries to Phil Beavers, linking up with the backs. Short ball to David Tanner. Taken down by Darren Wright and Martin Fire. Kevin McCormack attacked in half-back. On to Beavers. Cooper, Groves. In space on the left, but Groves hurrying up the centre. Lofted pass, touched by number 2, Rick Thackeray. Intercepted that ball. Groves does well, he comes back, he tackles Thackeray, but it's Widnes in possession. Quickly spreading to the left, overlap for Widnes on the left. Right with a Fire outside. A Fire Holding tries to come across. He can only cut him off, can Neil Holding. A Fire goes in for a try. Widnes credit from in their own 25. And just halfway through this first half, the Fire stretches Widnes lead to 14 points to 0. Quick hands from Widnes, they swooped upfield. The ball spread quickly to Widnes left. Darren Aaron Wright coming through, a lovely ball onto a fire. Well, Saints were caught all on the other side. Saints were pressing up. Rick Thackeray intercepted it, and from the quick play of the ball, Widnes spread it to the left. A fire finishing off in the corner here. So it's Andy Currier trying to convert this Martin O'Fire try. 14 points to 0. Widnes in the lead. As I said, just over halfway through this first half. Here comes Currier, looks good. Yes, right between the sticks. 16 points to 0 now, Saints trail, and what an uphill battle Saints have here at Norton Park. So Paul Loughlin to kick off again. Low kick through Sorenson's legs. O'Neill finally comes up with it. Saints quickly in there. Bounce O'Neill down. Stuart Evans moving up very quickly there. Widnes spread it again quickly. McKenzie. On the break again for Widnes. Loose ball. David Tanner quickly in there. Gets the loose ball. With the Joe Greamer completing the tackle, I think it is. On the attack now. Saints in the Widnes 25. Burke pushes one off. Drives inside. Groves sets it left to Cooper. Holding, short ball onto John Harrison. The ball's loose, I think. No, Harrison, he still has it. Cooper now. Instigator of many Saints movements. The ball comes back. Offside being ruled. Looks as though the ball had come back, but Saints being penalised there for offside. Saints winning all possession from the scrum, 3 clean scrums, but it's Widnes that have got all the points on the board, 16 points to 0. Widnes kick up field, McKenzie restarts play. The ball going to Neil Holding, but he couldn't capitalise on it, and Joe Greamer coming up with the ball. He was the one that lost it originally. The scrum down being ruled. Saints to feed. Neil Holding wins the feed onto Cooper. Kevin McCormick coming in field. Saints just getting a little muddled there. Bernard Dwyer on the run. Lofted ball to Loughlin. Takes it well. Still going Paul Loughlin. 10 yards from the Widnes line. Widnes coming numbers, tackling him down, banging him down, just 10 yards short. As Quirk attacked in half-back. Saints now on the attack. Cooper onto Sean Allen. Diagonal run from Sean Allen. Widnes close up very quickly. Cooper. Saints take it left. John Harrison. Overlap on the left for Saints. Out to Les Quirk. Field. Bernard Dwyer, I think it is, couldn't hold that ball. Knock on. There's a scrum down just midway between the Widnes line and the 25. It's a Widnes feed. First feed they've had, David Hume. But the referee has got players out over there on the far side. The scrum goes down. David Hume feeds. Widnes come up with the ball. Breaking very quickly to the left. Breaks on again. Saints do well. Come back, complete the tackle. Bernard Dwyer it was that completed the tackle, but Widnes on the attack again. David Tanner on to Tony Myler. Solid tackle from Dave Tanner. Derek Pike moving upfield, 10 yards from the halfway. McKenzie attacked in half-back. David Hume for the kick upfield. Phil Beavers off the chase it. It's running to the far wing. It's going to stop in field. Phil Beavers does well. Just takes it inches from the touchline. Driving towards the 25. Saints have to play it quickly. Let's work it out in half-back. On to Paul Loughlin. Well, high tackling there, it looked like, from the Widnes outfit. And Loughlin there receiving treatment again. He had his share of stick last week when flattened by Ron Gibbs in an off-the-ball incident. But the referee Alec there awarding Saints the penalty. Paul Loughlin finds touch right on the halfway line. Groves up quickly to restart. First man in, Stuart Evans. Valuable 10-15 yard run from Evans. The Saints still in possession. Tony Burke now. Oh, Sorensen in with a knocking a punch there. Terrible uppercut on Tony Burke. Well, again, Sorensen there, he'd be brought out. He's the captain. He looked round to see where the referee was positioned and then went in with a tremendous right uppercut that certainly Tyson or Bruno would have been proud of. Tony Burke still there, prone on the pitch, receiving treatment. Sorensen's captain, but there's somebody else there with him. The penalty just awarded, it's David Hume. But the Saints contingent certainly booing that decision from referee Alex. Loughlin, take a upfield. Good kick against the breeze, finds touch on the Widnes 25. He doesn't need to do anything like that, as Kurt Sorensen, tremendous forward in his own right. Sean Allen, loop movement with Cooper. On to Bernard Dwyer. Strong, straight running forward Dwyer. Just penetrates the Widnes 25. Harrison attacked in half-back. Moves it left to Neil Holding. Short ball onto Stuart Evans. Still going Evans. Well, Dreamer it was there, coming in, jumps in, that's the second tackle. Groves, lofted pass to Beavers, linking up. Beavers gives the dummy, comes in field, still going, the ball's flicked up. Saints still keeping it alive. On to Stuart Evans now. 8 yards short of the Widnes try line. Groves brings it left, loop movement with Holding and Groves. Groves gives the dummy, goes for the line. Back to Cooper, on to Bernard Dwyer. Straightens up, goes in field, Dwyer. Saints now on the attack, first chance of getting points on the board this half. Neil Holding, and the ball's up in the air. So they come off a fire and went forward, but Widnes come up with the ball. A fire now from acting half-back, trying to go on his own. Ducked under the tackle there, very unlucky, just lost his footing. Moves forward, Paul Hume for Widnes there. John Harrison brings him down. Mackenzie at dummy half. On to Joe Gramer. Pushes upfield, but Tony Burke in with the tackle there with Stuart Evans. Mackenzie. The ball back to Tate for the kick upfield. Phil Beavers well positioned, takes it on the full. Les Quirk comes inside. Beavers goes upfield. On to Quirk now. That's a going field, Quirk, otherwise he get bottled up. Tackled right in front of us by Darren Wright and Mike O'Neill. John Harrison. Taken down just inside the Widnes half. Sean Allen coming his first receiver. Drives upfield. First in run from Allen. Neil Holding with him, he couldn't release it. Has had a tremendous game at Mosey Road against Castleford last week, Sean Allen. The Saints move it quickly to the left. David Tanner. Paul Loughlin. Work with him, but solid tackling from Widnes, bring him down. Cooper, loop movement there. Short ball onto Evans, but it goes to ground, and Widnes capitalise on that. Looks like Kurt Sorensen on that loose ball. Yes, Sorensen comes up with the ball, and Widnes quickly move it to their left. Change of direction as Myler goes infield. The ball's loose, Saints on it. Yes, it's Saints ball. Widnes all offside. Referee Alec not keeping him back the required 10 yards. But Bernard Dwyer now in possession. Paul Hume, one of the tackles in there with Mike O'Neill. Groves, Did the dummy, tried to duck under, using John Harrison on his right as the foil. John Harrison attacked it half-back. Saints move it left. Sean Allen, Shane Cooper, Vivers in the line. On to Loughlin. Straining up Loughlin, but the ball's loose. Quirk picks it up. Knock-on being ruled. Certainly those penetrating runs on the Saints left wing with Paul Loughlin striding through, but Saints unable to penetrate the Widnes line, trailing by 16 points to 0 and just about 9 minutes remaining of this first half. Widnes feed in their own 25. Widnes come up with the ball. Try to move it quickly to the left as Saints regroup. Solid tackling there. Shane Cooper it is. Saints captain leads by example, but there's Kurt Sorensen, Widnes captain, and he certainly leads by example. Goes on a diagonal run over to the far touchline, but referee Allen penalising Stuart Evans. I think it is, or is it Tony Burke? Stuart Evans it was, for holding down in the tackle, and Widnes are awarded another penalty. Taken quickly, Grimer. Joe Grimer drives upfield. McKenzie attacking half-back. Widnes onto Mike O'Neill. Into the tackle, flings the ball out. On to Derek Pike. O'Neill again, McKenzie again. Lofted pass to Sorensen, quick hands there onto Thackeray, down the right wing, infield. Well, Vivers did well there. I think it was Courier went for the kick through, but it hit Phil Vivers. It's going to be a scrum down, 10 yards outside the Saints 25. Widnes feed with David Hume, with that ball going in touch off Phil Vivers. Widnes come up with the ball. Lofted pass there. Oh, very unlucky. Saints unlucky not to get that loose ball, but Darren Wright managed to regather it. McKenzie again, attacking half-back. Widnes move it left. Mike O'Neill. Cooper snuffs him out, but McKenzie, but he gets the ball onto McKenzie. Live wire, hooker, this McKenzie. Loughlin and David Tanner, Saints centres, combined to bring McKenzie down, but Widnes spread it over to the right. Mara, I think it was there, just took his eye off the ball. He knocked on. So it's going to be a scrum down, just 10 yards inside the Saints half. 6 minutes of this first half remaining, and Widnes in a commanding 16 points to 0 lead. Neil Holding to feed. Saints come up with the ball. Take it to the left. Neil Holding. Quirk at dummy half. Inside to Bernard Dwyer. Saints bringing it left. Stuart Evans. 10 yards inside the Widnes half now. Saints unable to penetrate this Widnes defence, this tight Widnes defence. On to Sean Allen. Going through Sean Allen. Plays it to Cooper. On to Tony Burke. Brings it to the Saints right wing. Burke driving upfield. Turns round to pass to release the ball in field, but Grimer comes in with a tremendous shoulder charge. It's the last tackle of this 6 for Saints. Beavers picks up field. This goes over Martin Affire's head, but he does well. Afire gathers it in field. Beavers comes in and stops him, but he's still going. Afire still going. Tremendous sidestep. Tanner tidies up with Kevin McCarver. The Widnes crowd come alight here. Widnes quickly taking it to the right. Sorensen. Loughlin brings him down. Certainly Widnes, you can't give him an inch. Half a chance and they break very quickly. Courier there. Feeds it inside. Stood up in the tackle to David Hume. Lofted pass. Tony Marler now. Flips it up to Sorensen. Going for the line. Well, walking in at ease. Sorensen. Widnes extend the lead. 35 yards was settled, and then Widnes spread it quickly to the right, put into passing movements, and finally Kurt Sorensen latching onto the end of that loose ball, and he certainly heard in from about 30 yards out, extending Widnes lead to 20 points to nil with just a formality for Courier. So Courier they're lining up, already kicked 2 this afternoon. Saints now on the scoreboard in this first half, certainly on the receiving end of some tremendous Widnes pressure. So Courier they're just over 10 yards out. As surely just a formality for the conversion for this Sorensen try. Slots it right between the sticks. So Alex Murphy's men on the receiving end of this 22 points to nil scoreline. Loughlin kicks off again. Sorensen takes it. Brought down midway between the halfway and the Widnes 25. McKenzie. Widnes bringing it to the left. Groves and Sean Allen in there at the tackle. McKenzie again. Joe Greener coming across field, pushes one off. Still goes, but Bernard Dwyer comes in with Shane Cooper and Tony Burke to complete the tackle. McKenzie attacked it half back. The ball back to Tate for the kick up field. Misses it, but Phil Beavers tidies up. Awkward ball there, Les Quirk caught between 2 minds. He went forward and the ball went through his legs, but Phil Beavers tidied up. Saints still in possession. John Harrison brought down midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line. Short ball there onto Sean Allen. Groves from the acting half-back position, going on his own, gets to the halfway line. Sean Allen acting half-back, Saints spread it to the right, Neil Holding. Onto David Tanner. Coming in for still going David Tanner. But Tony Myler brings him down. 10 yards inside the Widnes half. Neil Holding, rubbers for touch. Going to be a Widnes feed. As we scrum down midway between the Widnes 25 and the halfway. Just a minute of normal time remaining, and 22 points to nil in Widnes' favour. Certainly going to be an uphill battle in the second half for the Saints. David Hume to feed. Referee Alec trying to turn the scrum. The tunnel has to be parallel with the halfway line before the scrum is fed. David Hume to feed. Scrum's turned, loose ball, but the scrum's ordered to reform again. Saints tidying up on the scrums by 5-3 at present, with this one to come. Referee Alec right there in the middle, telling the Packs what he wants. And the scrum's fed, and Widnes come up with it. The kick through, the chase is on, Quirk comes in field, but McCormick's back. McCormick takes it well. Rounds Alan Tate. Tate gets his man rolled. Second tackling there from David Hume. No need for that whatsoever. McCormick on the ground, and David Hume comes in and adds weight to the tackle as the man's already on the ground. And Saints received the penalty. Neil Holding locks it up in the air, and Saints to restart just outside the halfway. Stuart Evans, O'Neill and Greener. Greener's in after the ball, but Evans releases it. Onto Bernard Dwyer, straightens up, still going Dwyer, upfield. Looking for support. All on the half-time route now. Saints awarded a penalty. Groves quickly takes it. Heading for the line. Lost the pass inside. Well, no support there. And David Hume comes up with the ball. Well, a wasted penalty there by Paul Groves. There's the half-time hooter. So Saints going in at half-time. A rather embarrassing scoreline for them. 22 points to nil. Certainly nothing for the Saints contingent to be shouting about this afternoon. And as we've said before, I'd like to be a fly on the wall in the Saints dressing room with Alex Murphy with the half-time team talk. Back with you now at Norton Park. Saints on the wrong end of a 22-0 scoreline. Certainly hoping the half-time pep talk from Alex Murphy will have worked wonders. We can always remember last season at Central Park, trailing by 22 points to 6. And Saints came through and won 36-22. But it's an uphill task, I should say, against the champions and Premiership trophy holders, but certainly not outside Saints' capabilities. No substitutions for either team in the first half or at half-time, as far as I can make out. Widnes kick-off, hefty kick upfield, taken by Kevin McCormack. He comes crossfield. Obviously some pace got to be injected into this Saints side. Widnes penalised immediately for not allowing McCormack to get up to play the ball. But Paul Loughlin, hefty kick, nearly gets us up here in the commentary position, but a hefty kick. Saints playing with the wind this second half. Touch found 10 yards short of the halfway line. Tony Burke first man in. Pike and Courier quickly in at the tackle. Groves feeds on to Evans. Coming through at pace, but Pike brings him down. 10 yards inside the Widnes half now. Groves feeds it right to Dwyer, onto John Harrison. Early score essential for the Saints to get the morale back up. Tony Burke. Centre field, 10 yards short of the Widnes 25. Groves onto Neil Holding, brings it left to Cooper. Lofted pass to Loughlin. He goes in field, Loughlin. Still stood up in the tackle. Pitches inside to Les Quirk. But the ball's knocked to ground. Very unlucky there, certainly when Loughlin has received this ball on the burst. He's looked very dangerous, but Saints just unable to finish. But it's a scrum down 10 yards inside the Widnes 25. It's David Hume to feed. First scrum of the second half. Saints sweeping upfield. David Hume feeds the ball, comes out Widnes side. Bernard Dwyer moves up very quickly. And Widnes in possession. On to Derek Pike, but he's forced back towards his own line. Sean Allen and John Harrison combine Saints second row. Widnes right across the face of their own post. O'Neill unceremoniously dumped down by Evans and Burke. It looks as though the ball's loose because Burke went in there very quickly for that ball. No, it's Widnes ball. Referee Alec moved in very quickly, but Sorensen on the break. Breaks the ball out. I think it's Tate. Feeds inside to Rick Thackeray. Still going Rick Thackeray. Taken down by Phil Beavers. Good last line of defence, Beavers. It's Widnes still in possession. Break very quickly. Paul Hume there, moving upfield. The last tackle of this set of 6 for Widnes. To Tate, I think it is. The kick upfield. Good bounce, but Les Quirk pushes off on up with McKenzie, and it kicked off, but Quirk's on a run. Still going, Les Quirk. It's Tate that brings him down. Took a knock in the tackle as Les Quirk, but it's Saints. Sean Allen feeds inside to Shane Cooper. Just penetrating the Widnes 25 now. Sean Allen straightening up, driving towards the line. Stuart Evans moving up, attacked it up. No, Paul Grove steps up there. Saints going to bring it to the left. Cooper on to Harrison, does well, tidies up, flicks it up there to Loughlin. Changes direction, goes in centre field. Flicks it inside to Shane Cooper. On to Beavers. Saints keep it moving. Bernard Dwyer now. Inside to Stuart Evans. Evans looking to release. He does so to Beavers. Saints still in possession. Short ball. Well, Beavers, I thought you give a short ball to Harrison. He brings it up to Tanner. It's charged down by a fire. It's going to be a knock-on. David Tanner there saw the urgency. Thought he'd flick it out to Kevin McCormick with the Saints with a one-man overlap, but O'Fire charged it down. He regathers the ball, so it constitutes a scrum. But Saints certainly putting it together. Saints feed, Neil holding over there. Saints come up with the ball. Still a man short with the legs work out. David Tanner straightens up, drives for the line. Cooper, the instigator, onto Bernard Dwyer, changes directions, straightens up, drives for the line, brought down a yard short. Saints must make it count this time, must get points on the board. Cooper takes it left to Sean Allen, straightens up Allen, driving for the line. Beavers with him, but brought down just inches short. Saints bringing it left. Cooper, lofted pass there to Harrison, takes it well, out to Lachlan. His mercy, Paul Lachlan, but he couldn't gather it, and he does it the second attempt, but he's bundled into touch. So scrum down 10 yards from the widnes line for the original knock-on. Did well there. Harrison took it down by his bootlaces and flicked it up to Paul Lachlan. It was a scrum down with a widnes feed, 10 yards from the widnes line. Saints having to make a substitution there with Les Quirk going off and Paul Doherty coming on. So just 6 minutes into this second half, and Saints forced to make a substitution. But widnes in possession, moving it quickly. Loose ball there, but if that widnes man had touched it, he'd have been offside. He knew he would have been offside, Greener, so he let it go. But widnes are penalised. Shane Cooper, is he going to run it? Yes. Obviously got to run it with 22 points down, but Harrison driving for the line. Cooper, short ball to Beavers. Looking to release it, but Sorensen marshalled him well. Good smother tackle there from Sorensen. Stopping Saints, spreading the ball. Groves, Luke moving with holding, but onto Cooper, onto Groves again. Takes it well, out to David Tanner. Overlap, but Tanner comes inside onto Bernard Dwyer. Inches short of the line again for the Saints. Bring it left, Cooper. Loses the ball, but it's still loose. Player out to go on. McCormick now, gathers a loose ball. Referee Alec waves play on. Waves the tackle count clean. Holding. Shows the dummy, drives towards the line, ducks under the tackle. Saints got to make it count this time. Paul Lachlan attacks in half-back. On to Sean Allen. Lachlan again. Sets round one, still going inside to Tony Burke. He must be over. Yes, Burke's over for the try. Saints putting plenty of pressure on there. Must have had about 12, 18 tackles there, right near the widnes line. Had a fortuitous bounce there when the ball came back, and Saints capitalised on it with Tony Burke plodding in from about 10 yards out at pace and touching down just to the left of the widnes posts. So Saints get the first points on the board. Just 8 minutes into this second half. Paul Lachlan, just a formality surely with the wind. Yes, right between the posts, so 22 points to 6 now. Saints reduce a little bit of the deficit. Well, in the last 40 years, Saints and Widnes in the Lancashire Cup ties have played each other 9 times. Widnes have won 5, and obviously, as you can get, the Saints have won 4, and all Saints wins have come here at Norton Park, but they're trailing now by 22 points to 6. It is an uphill battle, but well within the capabilities, and let's hope they can put it together. Oh, what a change to 2 years ago when we played Carlisle at Knowsley Road and trounced them 112-0, even though the score at half-time was only 32 points to 0. But it's Saints in possession. Tony Burke, try scorer there. First try for Saints this season. And Groves brings it to the left. Evans comes in field. He loses the ball. Widnes looking at 6s and 7s, but it's David Hume comes up with it. Mackenzie attacked in half-back. Widnes move it left. Onto Joe Greamer. But the ball's down. Widnes man gathers it. It must constitute a knock-on. No, he's rude that it's come off his foot. Well, I don't know how we can manage that, but Widnes is still in possession. And Widnes are moving it left. Right, short ball onto Myler. Sorensen inside, but out to Rick Thackeray. Still going, Rick Thackeray. Cooper and Loughlin combined to bring him down, but he's only 10 yards short on the Saints line. Courier going from dummy half position. Yes, he's in at the corner. He did well there. Courier from the acting half-back position, scooted in for a try. So 11 minutes into this second half. Courier going in. Quick hands from Widnes again. They're certainly quick on the break. You can't afford to give them an inch. And they've extended the lead again. 26 points to 6. And Courier to convert his own try. Just inches in from the touchline and about 20, just a few yards behind the 25-yard line against the breeze. Difficult kick, but he's got a good boot on him. And the Courier composing himself. There he goes. Takes it across the face of the posts. No goal, so the score still 26 points to 6 in Widnes' favour. And just 12 minutes of this second half gone. Neil Holding to take the kick off. Floated kick from Neil Holding, but well taken there by Tony Myler. Inside to Rick Thackeray, speed merchant, ex-Warrington wingman. Mackenzie at acting half-back onto Mike O'Neill. Looking to release O'Neill, but Saints quickly in there, Paul Groves and John Harrison. Mackenzie again. Widnes moving it left. Derek Pike, good ball playing forward. Came from Lee when Harry Pinner went there. Kevin McCormick now. Martin a fire and David Hume complete the tattle. Just 10 yards inside the Widnes half. Paul Groves at the acting half-back position, moves it left for Saints. Shane Cooper, Phil Vevers linking up for the extra man, onto Harrison, onto Neil Holding, out to Paul Loughlin. Does well, Loughlin. Does well to keep him field there. Solid tackling from Widnes. Hold him out. Doherty, onto Neil Holding. Shane Cooper, onto Bernard Dwyer. Takes it well, Dwyer. Looking to release as David Tanner, I think it was, coming in field. Yes, Tanner now stepping up at the acting half-back. Widnes penalised for offside. I think that's the first time they've been penalised for offside during the match. Not been so bad. Holding, going for the line. Onto Sean Allen. Yes, Allen touches down to the left of the sticks. Quickly taken penalty there from Saints. It paid dividends. This is what you've got to do. Take your chances very quickly. Try to catch the opposition on the hop. And Neil Holding there. He scooted through. Sean Allen loomed up on his right and took the ball well. Drove over well with the two Widnes men in attention and touches down to the left of the posts. That's 15 minutes into this second half. Allen makes it 26 points to 10. Paul Paul Loughlin stepping up for the conversion. Make it 26-12 if he slots it over, yes. He does so. Saints hitting back there with that Sean Allen try, converted by Paul Loughlin. Reduces the deficit now to 26-12. Unable to score in the opening 40 minutes, but put 2 goals on the board in the opening quarter of an hour of the second half. Kevin McCormack again. Runs up to the 25. Widnes reception committee bangs him down. Tony Burke. In with the shoulder, tries to break through the tackle, tries to release, but solid Widnes tackling. Stuart Evans now. Sorensen and Joe Greamer. I think it is. No, it was Tony Myler. Sean Allen again, lofted pass there. Well taken by Loughlin, looming over there on the right, onto David Tanner. Well, he's all over this pitch today, Paul Loughlin. Certainly looked very dangerous when in possession. Cooper, Burke, onto Harrison. Runs right into Kurt Sorensen. 6th tackle now for the Saints. Grove sets it to the right. Cooper, Beavers. Saints kicking upfield. Tate, well, the ball goes into touch. Bounces and goes into touch. That was on the 6th tackle. So it's a scrum down midway between the Widnes line and their own 25. Excuse me. It's a Widnes feed with David Hume. Widnes come up with the ball. Just taking the scrums, but it's a loose ball. Saints come up with it. Break very quickly. Tony Burke. Just got to calm Burke back in towards the line. Just got to calm down now, Saints. Take the time, put the pressure on. Another try and a goal here. Certainly pay dividends. Widnes caught offside. The game temporarily stopped. Cooper is electing to go for goal. Just slowing it down a bit there, Shane Cooper, Saints New Zealand captain. Just slowing it down. 26 points to 12, Saints are trailing, and an extra 2 points here could prove crucial at the end of the day. $18 minutes gone with this first half, this second half, I beg your pardon. Paul Loughlin with his penalty goal attempt. Kicked 2 today, and that makes his tally of 16 for this season. Composing himself, stepping up there, slots it right between the sticks. So 26 points to 14. Saints back in the hunt. Just 12 points the margin. 2 converted tries. And 20 minutes to do it in. The Widnes making a substitution. With Richard Ayres coming on for Joe Greamer. Fresh forward, Richie Ayres. Plays at loose forward. Here's a St Helens lad coming from Sutton Manor, but he was snapped up by Widnes after the Barla tour of '84. McCormack again, coming cross field. Kurt Sorensen quickly in there with loose forward Paul Hume. The Saints gradually moving forward. Just going to get outside their own 25 now. Groves again. The ball inside to Cooper. Neil holding. Well, on to David Tanner, but the ball being knocked forward. So it's just losing a little of the composure in their own 25. David Hume to feed. The scrum not to the referee's satisfaction. Scrum ordered to be reformed again. Widnes come up with the ball. The fire there, streaking down. Oh, he's in right behind the sticks. brings this Widnes crowd alight, much to the dismay of the Saints. Watch from the scrum. A quick out at the second attempt, changing direction over to the left, and a fire coming through at pace, touches down right behind the sticks. These Widnes, the Widnes outfit very quick, moving up very quickly. Give them half a chance, you don't give them an inch, and they're certainly in the quick hands, certainly putting another nail in the Saints' coffin today. Courier right in front of the sticks, no problem. 32 points to 14 now in Widnes' favour. 18 minutes of the game remaining. After Saints just coming back into the hunt there with 2 tries and 2 goals, and then that Paul Loughlin penalty goal. Widnes hit back very quickly. Saints kick off. Inside to Paul Hume. Up to the Saints 25. Sean Allen, Paul Groves and Bernard Dwyer meeting, but it's Mackenzie attacked in half-back. Left to O'Neill. Bernard Dwyer in with John Harrison at the tackle, but again another 10 yards. And does O'Neill. Richard Ayres now, fresh man. That one is outside. David Hume, Paul Hume I think it is it? No, it's David Hume. Brought down short, but he bounces over the line. He doesn't know, I don't know whether he's given the try or not. It looked alright to me, it was all one movement. Ruled to have been grounded short, is he? Well, I don't understand that decision at all there. Mind you, the touch judge with the yellow flag is on there. Speaking to referee Allett, but certainly looked a good try. Richie Ayres bursting through. It's Phil Beavers that's down receiving treatment. Sorensen and Ayres, well, he sent Sorensen off, I think. I can't make out who's Richie Ayres it is that's going down the tunnel. Well, I can't make that out at all, but Richard Ayres, 10 minutes sin bin. Well, it's Saints that received the penalty. Fine touch on the Widnes 25. Tony Burke, first man in, driving up well. Well, the referee stops the clock straight away. Looked as though it was going to be a bad tackle, but the referee blew up straight away. Everybody got up as the Widnes physio come on, but play is allowed to go on. Saints on the attack, 10 yards from the Widnes line now. Holding, Cooper, back to Neil Holding, on to John Harrison coming through. Well, high tackle there by Courier. He's ruling around his shoulders. Well, he's got some high shoulders if those are his shoulders, I'll tell you. He's 6'7" high, Harrison, but that looked a high tackle to me. But it's Saints still on the attack. Bernard Dwyer straightens up, 10 yards from the Widnes line. It's the last tackle of this set of 6 for Saints. Neil Holding. Cooper does well, chips through Cooper. Diagonal kick, but Tate takes it well. Good break from Tate, and he's brought down just inside the far side touchline. Widnes in possession now. Got to close them down. Don't let them break. They break very quickly. Sorensen there. Just inside their own 25, Widnes. Lofted pass. Short ball there. Look to hit forward that ball. Neil Holding intercepts that ball. Off Andy Courier. Well, the tackles are waved on again as Widnes strike for the ball. Phil Beavers did well. He picked it up, fed it on to Bernard Dwyer, who drove upfield. Shane Cooper now attacked in half-back. Gives the dummy. Sean Allen coming through on the burst. Just penetrates the Widnes 25. Saints still trailing by 32 points to 14. Cooper and Groves work the run around. Doherty. Saints looking a little lacking in the centre. They look a bit short of ideas, but Bernard Dwyer brought down just inside the Widnes 25. It's the last tackle onto Shane Cooper. Lofted past to Neil Holding. Feeds inside to Paul Loughlin. Does well, pushes one tackler off. Keeps it going. Cooper, quick hands onto Doherty. Quick hands again onto Vevers. Onto Tony Burke, but he's hit the Widnes man, I think, but the ball's still loose. Dwyer, dummies, still driving forward. Can he flick it out? Yes, McCormick. Can he go in at the corner? A fire does well, keeps him out. But there's an infringement, an obstruction on the Doherty, I think, centre field. Two Saints players down there receiving attention, or in need of attention. Doherty's one of them, and Phil Vevers. And I think penalty has been awarded for an obstruction. Centre field. We were following the ball. Kevin McCormick being spoken to there by referee Allard. He must have voiced his grievance over there to the far side. Touch judge who took exception to it. Saints elect to run it. Sean Allen, Shane Cooper, inside ball to Stuart Evans. Another 5 tackles for Saints to make it count. Groves, short ball onto Harrison. Groves again at the acting half-back. Widnes move up very quickly. Reverse pass to Evans. Can he touch down? Yes. Good well, Evans touches down to the left of the sticks. And Saints get another try. "27 minutes into the second half. From a quick play of the ball from Paul Groves. He done it to the right, a reverse pass to Stuart Evans, and his weight took him over, and he manages to touch down about 10 yards to the left of the Widnes posts. So it puts Saints back in at 32 points to 18. This Loughlin conversion. There he goes, strikes it well. Loughlin converts that Evans try. 32 points to 20. So back to the 12-point deficit. Just about 12 minutes remaining of the second half. So certainly the game back in the melting pot. If Saints can just hit with another quick try. David Tanner receives the ball from Kevin McCormick. Comes in field, but he's brought down short of the 25. Groves again. On to Tony Burke. Pushed into one. Looking to release. Burke is still going. Tremendous pace from Tony Burke. Doherty attacking halfback. Takes it in field to Cooper. On to John Harrison. Big stride in John Harrison. Looking for support. Gets it off Doherty. Quick hand from Saints. Sean Allen over there on the right. Feeds it inside. David Tanner, I think it is, in possession. He's brought down on the halfway line, but good into pass and play from the Saints. If they can put it together. Widnes line up in offside position here. And Saints spread it to the left. Quick hands. Harrison. On to Loughlin. Goes in field. Still going, Loughlin. Holding. Comes in field. Loughlin gives the dummy, and he's still going. Andy brought down by Andy Currier with a head-high tackle. Gets up very slowly, does Loughlin. Unlucky there, Saints. Cooper. Luke moving with Doherty. Off to David Tanner. Still going Tanner, but a fire brings him down. Solid tackle from a fire. Saints moving it upfield. They've gained 50, 60 yards. They're still keeping the ball going. I think it's Kevin McCormick there going through. Just can't make out. Well, that's the changeover. So Widnes are awarded a penalty. Yes, Kevin McCormick didn't release the ball quickly enough. So the pressure taking a bit off Widnes. They can just calm it down now as Currier comes up to gain the added yardage for touch. Saints certainly moving upfield, tremendous 60, 70 yard movement from their own line in the sixth tackle, but taken down. And Sorensen now for Widnes. Brought down midway between the halfway and the Widnes 25. Inside now, Paul Hume scooting through, still going, feeds it on to Martin Afire. Does well, takes the tackle, but he feeds inside. McCormick lost the ball in field, and a forward pass is ruled. He did well, Kevin McCormick, but as he fed the ball inside, it was ruled to be a forward pass. The referee Alex right on the job. Just about 9 minutes remaining. Still trailing by 32 points to 20. The ball still loose. Saints drop on it. Saints back in possession from that scrum. The Widnes hooked the ball, but very slow around the scrum. Quick on from Saints. John Harrison. 3-man overlap. Laughlin again. On to Neil Holding. Still going Neil Holding. Moves infield onto Beavers. But it's taken by Doherty. He's going for the line. Should have kept going there, Paul Doherty. Harrison on his outside. Harrison attacked it half-back. Widnes move up very quickly, but Tony Burke steering for the line. Saints putting on the pressure now. Bernard Dwyer attacked it half-back. Burke plays it to himself. No marker and he drives forward. He brought down a yard or so short. Paul Groves now acting the general there, but he brings it to the left to Shane Cooper. Going for the line. Is Cooper in? Yes, he touches down. Did well, Cooper. Steps up and touches down. 10 yards in from the touchline. So 32 minutes into this second half. Cooper hits back with a try. Puts the game back, as I said before, in the melting pot. A crucial goal conversion attempt this for Paul Laughlin. To make it 32-26 if he does convert this. What a tremendous game. Only about six minutes remaining of this second half. And if this conversion is successful, just one converted try separating the two teams. There's Laughlin, he steps up, takes it to the right of the sticks, so no goal for the score now. So it's certainly hitting back in good style in the second half after trailing 22 points to nil at half-time. But only for letting a couple of tries in from Courier and Fire in the second half. It could have been completely different. Widnes kick-off. Courier kicks high and deep. Taken by Dave Tanner. Groves onto Stuart Evans. Widnes still down. Well, Widnes were still down to 12 men, but Hers is back on now after his 10 minutes in the sin bin. Doherty, Cooper, good ball onto Bernard Dwyer, takes it over there to the right. Solid tackle from Widnes. Saints have to press up very quickly. Doherty and Allen with the loop movement. Hers and O'Neill quickly in there at the tackle. Snuff Sean Allen out. It's Groves taking it right to Cooper. Grubbers through. Widnes got the ball. It looks as though it was a knock on there. Referee Allen right on the job, but allows play to go on. O'Neill for Widnes in possession. Widnes are in possession 10 yards outside the Saints 25. Moving it quickly to the right. Then at the tackle, well, loose ball. Saints going to capitalise on the ball. No. It was coming back to Saints. It got knocked forward. Richie snapped it up. So it's Widnes still back in possession. Short ball onto Tony Myler, but he loses it. Courier following it up. Knock-on going to be ruled from John Myler, Tony Myler, I beg your pardon. Courier quickly in there, follows it up, he touches down, but no try. The original knock-on going to be ruled. It's going to be a scrum down on the Saints 25. The Saints feed. Paul Doherty taking over to scrum half position. Goes in for the ball and retrieves it safely. Beavers linking up onto David Tanner. Darren Wright and Martin O'Fire well over there on the Widnes left wing onto Shane Cooper. Lofted pass to Stuart Evans. Pushes one off, still going Evans. Time running out for the Saints now. Just about 4 minutes remaining. Onto Tony Burke, breaks through. Neil Holding comes inside. Tony Burke, he couldn't release it. Neil Holding at dummy half. Groves. Onto Loughlin in space. Feeds inside to Bernard Dwyer. Forward pass being moved. Obviously speed is the essence, but didn't pay off that time. A forward pass being ruled. A scrum down just 10 yards inside the Saints half. It's a Widnes feed. David Hume now. Well, the scrum, that was bad scrummaging there. The referee right on the job. Paul Doherty very unlucky there not to retrieve that ball. With David Hume very slowly going down, but he comes round this time, Doherty, and is penalised for his efforts. So Widnes receive a penalty for Doherty being offside at the scrum. Just 2.5 minutes of normal play remaining. Widnes received the penalty. They kick upfield. Fine touch on the Saints 25. Certainly time running out. McKenzie feeds onto Sorensen. Shows the dummy as David Hume loomed on the left. But the ball's released. Onto Derek Pike. He stood up in the tackle. And Widnes still in possession. Change of direction onto Tony Myler. Shows the dummy. Widnes still in possession. John Harrison and Bernard Dwyer, I think that is. No, it's Paul Groves. And with Bernard Dwyer in at the tackle. McKenzie at dummy half for Widnes. Widnes moving it left. Pike. Grubbers through. McCormick does the safe thing, kicks it dead. Under a lot of pressure, obviously. Derek Pike grubbering through there for the Martin O'Fire to follow up. Planned Widnes move, obviously. But McCormick doing the wise thing. Well, this near side touch judge reporting to referee Allett. I don't know what that was about, but Saints are forced to drop out from between their own sticks. Myler offering the dummy, pushing Bernard Dwyer off, but Dwyer follows his man. Myler releases, takes it left to Tate. Just about a minute of normal time remaining, and 32 points to 24 in Widnes' favour. So it looks as though Saints have had the chance. They certainly come back in the second half after being 22 points to 0 down, but just not good enough. Solid tackling there from the Saints. Bang the Widnes man down. Quick hands there onto Richie Ayres. Steaming through, but the ball goes forward. Forward pass being ruled as John Myler, Tony Myler, I beg your pardon, tries to follow it up. Probably the last scrum of the match now. Right in front of the post, just 10 yards inside the Saints 25. Doherty to feed. Saints come up with the ball. Onto Loughlin. Pushes one off. Offers the ball, but they actually take the tackle well. Sorensen there. Another head-high tackle. And the touch judge is on. But the referee Allett's seen it. We're still reporting to referee Allett. There's no need for Sorensen to take this action, as I said before. Been penalised 2 or 3 times for head-high tackles. They're playing in added time. Saints to make a quick restart. On to Tony Burke. Sorensen in at the tackle with Mike O'Neill and Richard Ayres. 8 points deficit for Saints, so I think Saints' chance has gone. John Harrison strides through, met by Richard Ayres, where he takes a knock in the tackle. Harrison Groves attacked in half-back, onto Stuart Evans. Loses the ball and Mackenzie comes away with it, onto a fire. He kicks upfield. Beavers sets the ball. Plays it inside to Sean Allen. Well, the far side touch judge, he did raise his flag, then he put it down, he ran the touch, he comes back on, and referee Allett has awarded a penalty to Widnes so far. What I can only think he's obstructing Martin Offiah in his efforts to gather his kick through. So Courier finds touch. 10 yards outside the Saints 25. Derek Pike, first man in, driving upfield, just penetrates the Saints 25, but Pike looks as though he's took a knock in the tackle. Inside to Sorensen, moving it to the right. Solid forward this Sorensen, but he certainly gives some stick out today. Well, there's the full-time hooter, and Widnes running out to winners by 32 points to 24. It all seemed dead at half-time with Widnes in a 22 points to nil lead, but Saints sit back quickly in the second half with a Burke try converted by Loughlin, but unfortunately they let a quick one in by Andy Courier. Made it 26 points to 6. Then Sean Allen went in for a try, Loughlin a penalty goal, and then Martin Offiah there. He scooted in for a try after a quick hook from a scrum 25 yards out by Widnes. Then Evans went over for a try, and Shane Cooper finally finishing the scoring, but it wasn't enough. 32 points to 24 the final score. Saints out at the first hurdle of the Lancashire Cup, and Widnes march on, I should say, to a second round tie a week on Wednesday.